Yeah, I keep it intact. You got my back. Yeah, yeah, I keep it intact. You told me to chill and I didn't attack. Yeah, yeah, I keep it intact. They did me dirty, I'm hitting the pack. Yeah, yeah, I keep it intact. You weren't there for me when I had chat. How many say they gon' ride? How many say they gon' die for you? Filling your head up with lies. Like how about I better this pride for you? You know I ain't with that. Back up, kick it back. I ain't tryna just sit back. Nah, I ain't tryna just chit chat. Yeah. How many around when the money low? Only come out when it's sunny though. Walking around like it's funny though. Double cup better stay muddy though. One day you better come correct. Cause loyalty with a respect. How many say this? How many say that? How many say this? How many say that? How many say this? How many say that? I'm keeping it real, I keep it intact. How many say this?
Let me slow down. I didn't even know I was going that fast. Let me turn this down. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, baby. Yeah. Hold on, hold on. I'm coming off the highway out the tunnel. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, man. Hold on. All right, man. I'm gonna get into these topics real fast. I figured I'd make a quick little live stream to talk about it going on. Apparently, when I was on the Weapon Will podcast, we were talking about Call of Duty, and they were saying that the rumors were not true and that the game would have a campaign. And come to find out, lo and behold, all of the Call of Duty campaigns, and I actually enjoy the Call of Duty campaigns. The stream is messing up. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta pay attention. This guy's like doing too much over here. I don't know. I guess the stream is cutting in and out. What is wrong with everybody out here? Jesus Christ, man. Them niggas is tripping. Anyway, yeah, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna get to the State of Decay thing because I didn't go pick up the State of Decay yet. Because I had a special edition of the game, so I gotta go pick it up. But we'll get into that. Anyway, let me deal with Call of Duty and we'll talk about Xbox in a minute. So with that being said, apparently, yeah, the rumors look like they were true for the people that were saying that the developers couldn't get to the campaign in time. And people out here just wilding right now. Like, they act like there's nothing going on. Nobody else on the road. So anyway, with that being said, I'm disappointed in that. This will probably be the first Call of Duty I don't get, even though I am curious to see what the Battle Royale features would be like. Now, one thing Call of Duty did do that is intriguing, something that I really want to see how this is going to work. So I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to Call of Duty's footage going into E3. One of the things they did that I found to be quite interesting is they have two sets of mechanics, they said, and depending on the mode you're playing, the mechanics will be different. And I think the reason for that, of course, is going to be because of that Battle Royale shit. That's what I think is going to be the reasoning for that. Man, they keep playing copyrighted music. Get that shit over here. Get that out of here. I want this shit picking up. As soon as I heard that sound, I was like, nope. Hold on, guys. Yeah, that's what I need. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me pull into this lot. I'm waiting for that gate to move. Damn, it's mad busy and annoying today. So anyway, with that being said, Call of Duty. Let me go. Y'all got a part in that. Hold on 1 second, guys. There's like a lot going on. All right. Let me put that back. Let me move that. Actually, I buy every Call of Duty for the campaign, especially Black Ops. I don't know if people know the story of Black Ops. I'm not gonna get into it in case people ever decide they want to play it, but pretty much, there was a brainwash, and you know, you gotta play the game to find out the story. But the story was pretty good for Black Ops. I actually enjoyed it. To me, Black Ops was one of the best Call of Duty stories, actually. Now, the zombies they started developing a story for, and they look like they put some kind of story mechanic in the actual mode where you get like I guess intros explaining why the characters are in this zombie situation, even though we all know it's like some fantasy stuff going on there. But besides that, Call of Duty is looking like it's going to be a different beast. But that's not why I wanted to talk about Call of Duty. The reason I wanted to talk about Call of Duty is because I'm worried about, I hate when I have pardon me, y'all. That Bing button is annoying because the TV keep hitting the button. The reason I want to talk about Call of Duty is because between what I was watching with Xbox last night and what I'm seeing with Call of Duty and everything going forward, man, it looks a lot less of the content we want, man. I mean, everything's starting to change, man. You know, that Call of Duty with no campaign but a battle royale mode, three zombie maps. I mean, that's not worth $60. Then on top of it, with Call of Duty doing that, you have the situation where they're gonna charge you $60 plus do everything that Fortnite is doing, which is free. Even PUBG is a battle royale game. It's not $60. Even on console, it's not $60. Well, Xbox is what, $29, $30. You'll find it at the max price. So you got to pay $60 for Call of Duty. Plus now you're not even gonna get a campaign. That's not a cool trend to set. Hannibal, what's good? I mean, more guns and more maps. I mean, think about it. What's easy to develop, a campaign or a gun or a map? That's kind of my problem. That sounds like lazy development to me. But I know the real reason is because they didn't have enough time to develop the campaign because they were being rushed to put this game out annually. And that's another problem that I feel like people should be complaining about. This game got rushed out for annual release, and that's the reason that we're in that situation now. So that's the reason I'm looking at Call of Duty like I don't like what this doing. So yeah, he said then they're gonna charge $50 for a pass, exactly, which they're gonna do that. So you're gonna be playing for like we all know the breakdown. Call of Duty is gonna do the $60 entry level game. Then they're gonna have like those little packs where there's the limited edition, the gold edition, the elite edition, and then you know every edition is gonna add more like transactions and DLC to the game. And that's the problem. Like, this game looks like it's being released just to hoard money out of you off the online features, and that's a bad thing because at least they would give the people who are like traditional old school gamers like me because I always brought Call of Duty for the campaign. Like, I would always warm up to Call of Duty through playing the campaign to get the use of the new physics and mechanics of the game, and then I would go on multiplayer and just upgrade all my weapons and start playing. That was always the traditional way to play Call of Duty. So with that being done, it feels like they're now making Call of Duty for the newer generation or the newer heads or these Fortnite heads. Now I am curious to see how Call of Duty will play in the Battle Royale scenario. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in that. I'm kind of interested because it you know, it sounds like it'll be like noob friendly, and it sounds like you could really get into a Battle Royale and just start bodying stuff. So it depends on how they do it. Because I hope it's not going to be zombies without zombies, if you get what I'm saying, where you're on a map and there's a bunch of people, and instead of zombies, it's just you and a bunch of people. So I hope they make it a little bit more intriguing than that, but I got a strong feeling that's what they're going to do. They're going to take the maps and they're just going to remove the zombies, and they're just going to have y'all land there, and instead of killing zombies, y'all kill each other. I have a strong feeling that's what they're going to do because of the lazy direction they've been taking with this game, and you heard it here first. That's going to be my prediction for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Battle Royale mode. I think it's going to be the multiplayer maps, preferably the zombie maps without zombies and a bunch of people just running around trying to pick up a gun and shoot each other. That's what I think. Because if you think about it already, the zombie maps are pretty much already set up that way. They would actually make for a Battle Royale arena. So I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. And you probably get access to unlock more of the arena and maps and all that crazy stuff that they like to do, making it arcadey. So that's what I think is going to be the situation with Black Ops 4's Battle Royale, which is clearly going to be the main feature that they're going to showcase with the game. But I just want to say that I'm extremely disappointed in hearing that. There was a lot of disappointment for me yesterday, pretty much. Craig Harris, what's good, brother? Yeah, there was a lot of disappointment for me last night. Let's talk about the Xbox situation now, because I talked about Call of Duty. We can get back to it before I end the stream real quick. But let's talk about Xbox, because I don't have all day. All right, so I watched the Xbox Insider, and what I'm going to talk about is not actually what I saw, because we didn't really see anything. But I'm going to talk about State of Decay 2, the reaction that Xbox is getting, and the problem that I see here. You know, I went through this personally. And I respect the troll game, because trolling is just what it is now. Like, most people like to troll for entertainment. Xbox has gone past being trolled to just nobody takes it serious no more. And I was disappointed. I was reading the comments, you know, watching the live stream, and all I kept seeing was hashtag diabetic gaming. All I kept seeing was don't believe nothing these people say. All I kept seeing was disappointment. And Xbox is like they can't do anything right. I kept seeing people posting Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 69, 69, 69, which is kind of crazy. But it's now to the point where Xbox is further behind the ball. And I understand people want to laugh and joke about it. And don't take what I'm saying as damage control. It's just me being honest. Yo, Spider and Cliff, what's good? I feel like you guys are being a little bit too hard on Xbox. Now, I know I said be hard on them, you know, just to get them on track. It's going to take a little bit more time than this. But it's to the point now where Xbox is pretty much trying to give people what they want. And it's like too little too late. State of Decay 2. People are going to say, hey, why are you defending State of Decay 2 and saying that because it's $30 it gets a pass? Because I played the original State of Decay. Now, Microsoft made a bad decision in promoting State of Decay 2 like a AAA game. They did. Because now people are going to hold them to it. And this game is getting bashed by people who never played it. People who are just listening. And don't get me wrong. If you want to do that, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're a sheep and all that, even though you are. I'm not going to call you what you are. But I'm going to say that I wasn't expecting State of Decay 2 to come out and compete with God of War. Detroit Become Human, you know, Days Gone. I was never expecting that from State of Decay 2 because I played the first one. And if you played the first State of Decay, it felt like a $30 game. And I know you have games like Hellblade and Cuphead and all those games that came out, and these were, let's say, quote-unquote low-budget games that did well. State of Decay was never that kind of game. State of Decay is a zombie fan service game. That's pretty much what it is. And people are just tearing this game apart. So excited. What's good? People are just tearing this game apart, and I'm like, yo, listen. I understand Xbox is in that position, and don't get me wrong, they put themselves in this position. But you guys are like being ruthless. Like I was reading the comments, and Jesus, it was like maybe 1 out of 5 people that were like happy or content or not going in on Xbox. And I feel bad, man, because this is like what I didn't want to see, because now you have PlayStation, and PlayStation is like God, and then you have like Xbox and Nintendo and PC, and we're like the peasants. And it's scary because now Microsoft has completely dominated this generation. They're completely dominant. I mean, I know people are going to argue PC has more users and yada, yada, yada. I know the numbers. Xbox is making money off services. Yeah, I know. But I just didn't want to see this day come where it was like complete dominance for one console. And now I feel like Sony could just do what they want. And people are going to say, no, that's not true. But then when I look at E3, which I'm getting into the E3 part, look at how E3 is running. I mean, Microsoft is once again in a position where people are saying, hey, man, this is their chance, because Sony is coming in there letting you know that they're relaxed. Sony's coming in there with 4 games saying, hey, this is what we got, and we know you're going to love it. Very, very kind of low-key arrogant and cocky. Don't get me wrong. But we know Xbox ain't got nothing for that. Like, we know they don't have nothing to counteract those exclusives that Sony's coming with. So the next best thing for Xbox to do is to show us what they've been working on, which I think they will do at E3. I think we will get a couple of surprises. We know Gears is there, but E3 is low-key being spoiled for us as well. Everything is being revealed like way ahead of E3. I mean, usually you get some leaks before E3, but it's like they're leaking everything right now. So I don't even know what to expect from E3. I feel like Xbox is not even going to be able to surprise us at E3 because everything's getting leaked. And if that leak, pardon me, the stream crashed. That's happening because the apps be opening in the back on this phone. But anyway, Death Stranding is a game we know we're going to get. I'm not really interested in Death Stranding. I'm not a Kojima fan like that. I mean, Metal Gear was a great series, but I wasn't like a fan hardcore. I just wanted to play the game, check it out. It was cool, kept it moving. I was never a huge Kojima fan, and however, you see the huge impact that he had on that game and how the soul of the game is no longer there without him being there to develop on it. So you definitely do see the difference, and that is possibly going to make Death Stranding a great game, but I have zero hype for that game. It's a game that when it comes out, I'm going to check it out. Lost Souls aside will be at E3. I'm starting to think that not much is going to be at E3, man. I'm getting this feeling that we're going to get all the leaks. Kojima is a mastermind. I mean, yes, when it comes to how can I say, pacing and developing, yeah, he is a mastermind. I agree with that. But I just was never a Hideo Kojima fan. Like, if I seen him, I wouldn't care. No disrespect, of course. I'm just telling you my reaction. You know, his games are not games that I go and put on a list of games that I'm like, hey, because he made it, I have to get it. Norman Reedus and Hideo Kojima, if I said those names right, are the 2 people involved in this game, and I don't give a freak about either one of them as far as their content. So, like I said, Metal Gear 5 was okay. It was intriguing, but it's not the kind of game that because he made it, I think is great, or that I would go and buy another Metal Gear. Actually, Metal Gear 5 was okay, but it was so to the point where what they did with that game, I wouldn't even buy a sequel. I wouldn't buy Metal Gear 6 day one. I would not, after what I saw in 5. So he's kind of at a point where he needs to redeem himself to me in order for me to take his games serious to the point where I feel like I have to buy them day one. I feel like I have to see a lot from him with Death Stranding to say, hey, that's a day one game for me. Just based off what they did with Metal Gear 5. And I know the stories and yada yada, he wasn't allowed and this, that, and the third. But if you play that chapter, what is it, Act 2? Nah, fam. Nah, bruh. So, I mean, it's all disappointment for me right now. I mean, Rage 2 looks interesting. Outside of Rage 2, we're hearing the rumors of Borderlands 3. That's interesting to me. It hasn't quite been confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it has to be lingering around. Outside of those two games right now, I'm not really interested in nothing I'm hearing about except for the exclusives. Days Gone, Last of Us, of course, Spider-Man, of course. Death Stranding is the one game I just don't care about, not yet. At least I should say I gotta see more or see something to care about that game. I'm not gonna just get hyped off the names involved in development. I'm just not. Nobody was asking for Rage 2, but people kind of like treated Rage 1 as if it was a bad game, and it actually wasn't. Rage was a good game. I actually installed Rage on my PC because I want to replay that on PC in 4K. But I actually enjoyed the first Rage game. I beat it on Xbox 360, and I'm interested in why another Rage never came out. So seeing a Rage 2 is something I'm interested in. Nobody asked for it, but hey man, new content is good content if it's not bad. So I'll take another Rage over nothing. You get what I'm saying? But Dustin said this is the biggest E3 conference they ever had. That's not really saying, but I mean, it is what it is. Those conferences are going to be before. That's kind of my thing with E3 too. Those conferences are going to be like held probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So more than likely, Bethesda's E3 conference will be Saturday or Friday, or maybe Monday. Sometimes they do this on a Monday, and E3 is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it'll be one of those days before the actual convention. So we'll find out. But Bethesda say that all the time. They always say that this is going to be their biggest, and they add like one extra game, and then it is what it is. But I'm not a huge Bethesda fan like that. I'm not like a person that if I see the name Bethesda, I have to get the game because they make games that I'm actually not interested in, like Fallout. Cool game, but I don't have to day one buy anything from Bethesda. Like day one, I don't have to buy Fallout. Dishonored, great, love Dishonored, but everything else out of the Bethesda camp, Elder Scroll, I know there's people out there that love me, but not me. I mean, Elder Scroll is a game I could play for 2 hours and put down, never touch it again. So Bethesda doesn't make games that I actually run out and buy day one. Ubisoft is kind of more of my developer for that. I'll usually buy most of their games, if not all their games day one, but not Bethesda. I'm gonna be honest, my Nintendo Switch is definitely collecting dust. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to clean that thing off today, because I have not turned on my Nintendo Switch in at least a month. And I turned it on just to see if it needed to update. So I haven't technically played my Nintendo Switch in about 3 months. I haven't taken it out the dock or anything, just left it there. It's not even plugged in actually. My dock is unplugged. I got an external hard drive plugged into my Nintendo Switch port, using that. So I'll use my external hard drive more than I use my Switch right now, unfortunately. But I do need to play it and beat Zelda. I do need to really legit beat it because I played Zelda 3 times and never beat it. So I put a lot of hours in. I might as well just finish it. He said, I'm playing Persona. I don't have Switch time. The Switch is dry. Yeah, they need more games, man. I would like to see a Metroid. I heard the rumors about Star Fox. I'm interested in that because I actually enjoyed the original Star Fox. I remember being a kid, and that was like one of the first games I heard about as far as like insider news. Like they were like, this game Star Fox is supposed to be the next hot Nintendo game. And I remember being a kid going, hey, let me check this out. And I actually enjoyed Star Fox. It was a little bit difficult because I remember that was one of those games that people were complaining it was too hard. So it was a little bit difficult, but it was fun. So Star Fox is one of those games I would like to play. It became a kind of game for Nintendo as well. I agree. Super Metroid is the greatest game of all time. I would love to get a Super Metroid. I would love to get a Metroid. I would actually, another game I would like to get, believe it or not, just because do it. I would like to see what they would do in another Punch Out. Is Zelda Breath of the Wild better than Ocarina of Time? I would have to say nah, it's not better than Ocarina of Time, just based off the what you do in both games. Because Zelda Breath of the Wild is a good game, but as of currently right now, after playing like God of War and all that, Breath of the Wild is a little bit overrated at today's standards. When it came out, yes, it was great, but by today's standards, it's a little bit overrated. So I would have to pick Ocarina of Time over Breath of the Wild. Because Ocarina of Time was like off the hook with the craziness. I didn't even get to play the Punch Out on Wii, which is sad. I didn't even know they had a Wii version. Now that I think about it, I remember it. Yeah, I would like to see a Nintendo Switch Punch Out game. Breath of the Wild is boring. Yes, Breath of the Wild actually does get boring low key. I'll keep it real. It does get boring. Like, the more you progress through Breath of the Wild, something about the game gets redundant. And there's a lot of legwork in that game. There's a lot of shrines, and you know, some of those shrines get very annoying, man. They do. They really do. Mario Odyssey is definitely boring and is overrated. Yes, I gotta keep it a stack. Yes, it is. Now, just so let you guys know, later on today, I'm supposed to be picking up a special edition of State of Decay 2. When I get that, I will be checking that out, and I will let you guys know the truth from a State of Decay fans perspective, if I think the game is actually good or bad. Because I see a lot of people have an opinion, and it's cool to have an opinion, but a lot of these people are openly admitting they didn't even know what State of Decay 1 was. They never played it. They got onto the game late, yada yada yada. I'm an Xbox 360 State of Decay Xbox arcade fan. I mean, I've been playing State of Decay since 360 all the way up to Xbox One and PC. So I'm definitely gonna go into that game with State of Decay 1 expectations. I'm gonna see the performance, the graphics, as I heard this downgrades, and I'm gonna play this game in 4K, max settings and everything. I'm gonna check this game all the way out and see what's going on. I'm gonna download it on PC and Xbox, and I'm gonna play both versions and everything. I'm gonna see what's going on. The open world settings in games are starting to get played out. It gets played out when they do it wrong. Like, take for instance God of War. God of War was an open world God of War game, the first one of its kind to be open world, and they did that right. It was excellent how they did it, because they actually took time to develop different aspects of the open world environment. And even though it was open world, it still was kind of. But if they start learning how to do the environments, the open world games could always be dope. It doesn't matter if people play the first game or not. Many people never played the previous God of Wars, but they were smart enough to see that this God of War was gonna be a great game. I mean, that's so subjective to say God of War is a great game. Some people don't agree with that. I mean, it's all about you, man. Seeing something that somebody says, like, if I sit up here and tell you God of War is trash, there's gonna be somebody out there that says, yeah, I think that game was overrated. Believe it or not. But like I said, that's all subjective. God of War is one of those games that, yes, it's amazing to you, to somebody else, because that's just how people are nowadays. You know, and for me, it was a great game. It was a game of this generation so far. It took the place of Zelda, Horizon, all that. It definitely took all that for me. But when somebody tells me that, oh, I didn't really care for this God of War, and they're a fan of the series, I can understand, because if you look at God of War 2018, God of War 4, whatever they want to call it, and you look at God of War 3, it's a completely different theme and everything to the game. Like, God of War 3 had naked women, a lot of brutality, a lot of gore, and Kratos was like ultra hardcore. And in this one, he's more of a father, he's more laid back, he's like not trying to really get into it too much. When you see him run into the witch, if this was God of War 3, her shirt would have got ripped off. Like, he would have been like ultra savage, like, hey, it's been a while. You know, boy, go outside. I have things to do. You know, and next, you know, you just see clothes getting ripped off. Be like, oh, it's God of War, dog. He ain't having it. He was some God cooch. He was some God cheeks. You know, so it was a different, like, somebody that played the series, for me, it was completely two different types of games. They just took the character and put him in that game. It looks like Rise, but they don't play alike. They definitely don't play alike. I mean, that's the thing about, see, Rise and God of War is a good example of what I was telling y'all about things looking a certain kind of way and being a certain kind of way. I was telling people that if you look at Rise and you look at God of War, they look like the same type of game. But if you play them, then it completely changes what you're looking at. You know, that's the thing about that type of situation. That's the thing about that type of situation. Black Ops can play more than two people. So I mean, split screen, yes, but well, two people normally on a console, yes, but God, I think this Black Ops is going to be more than two people. The difference is you could throw the axe. Well, the difference is you never had an axe. But like I said, he's a different he got like a whole different way that he behaved in this game. Everything about Kratos is different in this game versus the other series. He was way more brutal and savage in the original three God of Wars. Way worse than what he was in this one. He's very mild compared to what he was like in God of War 1, 2, and 3, and we all know that. I recently beat God of War 3 on PlayStation just because I wanted to play the 1080p version, you know, better graphics, remaster version. And boy, did I enjoy God of War 3. I enjoy God of War 4 as well, but 3 is just, man, you know, that's Kratos. That's the Kratos I would like to see all the time. Let me put it like that. That's the best Kratos in my opinion. God of War 3 Kratos is Kratos that I like. So, with that being said, man, I just want to touch on this Xbox thing real fast. You know, I'm speechless, man, about Xbox at this moment. I mean, I know they need another year at least to get their stuff together. I'm not having my hopes up for E3 this year because I don't want to be let down, because the last time I had my hopes up for Xbox was a person who was on 360 waiting to hear about the Xbox One X. I mean, Xbox One in 2013. And boy, man, you know, I remember that E3, man. Boy, I was like very disappointed. Well, I was disappointed for the main reason that I knew I was gonna buy an Xbox and a PlayStation, and I was a little bit mad. I remember that they forced the Connect One and that the Xbox was gonna be $100 more than the PlayStation. I knew that was a mistake when I heard it, and in the DRM, I said, man, what are they doing? You're gonna charge this amount of money, have this, that, and the third in the console? I mean, most people are going to get a PlayStation. And sure enough, I was right. And this E3, I feel like, you know, you just can't have expectations for Microsoft, man. You know, plus, I'm going to be honest. Granted, they're going to have some surprises at E3, but they have this Xbox Insider for a reason. I got a feeling if they had some guns, they would have pulled out some guns there. I mean, sure, save the rockets, save the grenades or whatever you're going to be using for E3. But where were the guns? Like, they didn't have really State of Decay. They're standing behind State of Decay so much that they're causing that game to get the reaction it's getting. It's not the kind of game that you bring out and put on a poster as a forefront AAA game. State of Decay 2 is the kind of game you just bring it out and you just put it on the Xbox store and hope people catch on to it, like they did with the first one. The first one, yeah, they were like, hey, State of Decay is coming out to Xbox Arcade. And they were promoting Xbox Arcade just like they promote Game Pass. So, you know, the sum of Xbox, where they would have these games that were going to be exclusively to that arcade. That's what State of Decay started out as. Now, how do we go from that to, hey, this is an exclusive for Xbox, guys, a console exclusive, get ready, this is it. That was putting too much into State of Decay. And I feel like the reason State of Decay is getting these bad reviews is because people went into hearing this game from Microsoft's own mouth as a triple exclusive, and then you got games like God of War that just came out, and then it's showing games like Detroit, then it's showing games like Days Gone, and then you got State of Decay, which is definitely, I mean, come on, you know. He said, the only game I'm looking forward to on PlayStation is Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to Days Gone. I'm pretty sure that's going to look good when it comes out. I'm looking forward to... See, that's the thing, too. Sony looked like they slowed down because they have the dominance over the market. Days Gone look like they're taking their sweet-ass time with it because they know now that they don't have to rush. They could make a hit. They know that it's going to be a good game. They're not rushing these games. They're not even like pushing these games to come out no more. And that's what I noticed, man. That's what I noticed. And I'm like, if Xbox is bringing that heat, we would get more PlayStation exclusives as well. Then he said, I feel like this Kratos in God of War 4 was at his strongest. I definitely don't agree with that. This Kratos in God of War 4, honestly, look. All right, let's tell the truth here. I'm going to say something about Kratos in this God of War, and it's going to be the truth, man. I'm going to be real. This Kratos in God of War 2018 was a cucks. A simp. This man, and I'm going to try to say this without spoiling this. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to leave him out. This man is running around with a kid that we not sure, and I'm saying this is just speculation, it's not a spoiler, that we're not sure if that's even his kid. We never seen the baby moms except some lady wrapped up in sheets. We're told that she's supposed to be a particular type of thing, and you see this lady laying on the table, and you got to scratch your head and go, well, none of this stuff is adding up. And from what I'm seeing, I think Kratos is not the father. I think Kratos is being a cucks, man. I think Kratos is simping, B. I think Kratos needs to go to Maury and get that DNA test. Because I don't know if Kratos is the pappy, B. Because I've started, the more I play that game, the more I feel like they're going to tell you low-key that he ain't the father, man. You got to pay attention to what's going on. I'm not going to spoil that game because they don't confirm or deny this at all in the game. But the more you play God of War, man, the more I start to think he may not be that kid's father. He low-key look like he don't even know how he got there. The way the game start off and the way the game ends, you never understand why Kratos is there. They never really put you on to how he met this chick. He looked like he got enchanted. Like, I'm a mild spoiler. Lemire, he can't remember certain things. You notice in the game, when they tried to ask him certain things, they tell you, you got to figure out that he got enchanted, so he can't remember certain things. It's not about why he's a cucks. I think that Kratos can't remember or is not explaining certain things in this game because they did the same thing to him. I think he not the father, dog. I'm telling you, I don't think Kratos is. And besides, Kratos' skin is gray. Why that boy's skin is not gray, B? Look at the eyes. You can't see they don't match? I mean, pay attention. Pay attention. Kratos ain't the father, y'all. You know what I'm telling y'all. In God of War 2 and 3, they're going to probably touch on that more. But I guarantee you, man, something's funny about that situation, man. Something's funny. I'm like, yo, because I'm playing the game. I'm like, yo, Kratos act like he don't know what the boy talking about. He like, yo, remember when Mars is this? And Kratos be just sitting there looking like, boy. I'm like, dude, he's talking to you about something, and you got to acknowledge so we can understand that you actually know what the fuck is going on. In the mythology, the boy father is a giant. Thank you. And we there's a lot we know about the mythology. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Not gonna get into it right now because I don't want to spoil it for people. But we know that if you put two and two together, B, Kratos is not four. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like no matter how you slice the pie, Kratos might not be the father, man. I'm not gonna spoil why I'm saying it, but play the game, man. He wasn't there. What are you talking about, Jimmy? What are you talking about? He wasn't there. Who wasn't there? Hard, you beat the game? Because the way you be talking, I don't know if you beat the game. I don't know if yo, did everybody beat the game in here? Because I'll tell, because he don't know what I'm talking about. Did everybody beat the game in here? Because I'll tell you what I'm talking about, but you got to beat the game to know what I'm talking about. He said he didn't beat it. Yeah. Platinum. He said I already spoiled it. Yeah, I don't think he beat the game because he be talking like he ain't beat that game, man. You could tell when somebody beat a game. If you beat a game and you know the ending, you know who Atreus' real name is. I'm not gonna say what his real name is, and you know who Atreus really is, because Atreus is not Atreus is somebody else when you beat the game. You find out he's somebody else, and that his name is not Atreus. I'm not gonna say what his name is and spoil that, but you need to beat the game, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So if you beat the game, you'll understand why we are saying that he is not the father. We already know who the father might be. So why you say you don't know what I'm talking about? All I know is that they better not kill Kratos orphan. Yo, got you. Y'all saw, man. Y'all saw. I don't know what that was. That look like they're gonna kill Kratos. I don't know what that's about. I'm not gonna say what we talking about, but I mean, not killing him. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's one of those things where they could say they killing him and then he come back. So it is what it is, man. It could be one of those things where he not really gonna die. So we don't know. We gotta wait and see. Exactly, because remember, that's how Kratos became God of War, from dying. So we don't know if, like, just because he dies, that means he's killed off in the series or replaced or anything like that. He could die, and then an hour later in the game, he comes back. Like you know, like Ellie and Joel in The Last of Us. Be like, hey, I thought you was going to die on me. Oh, nah, man, you know, I prayed to the new gods, and now I am the God of War 3 or whatever, you know, whatever he could do. But, you know, plots are plots. Just because we think he's going to die doesn't mean he's going to stay dead. Oh, that's true. He said he dies and Atreus wears his ashes. Facts. Very true. I didn't think about that. That is a good point. That is a really good point. Please do remember to hit the like button if you can, guys. Oh God, we got another I watched the video guy in the chat. We got another I watched the video guy. Now you're not gonna get banned if you ask me a question because you already banned. You ain't got no picture talking about you gonna get banned. You already banned, man. You ain't gotta worry about it. Nah, we don't know if when Kratos met her she was pregnant or not, but we don't know if Kratos got enchanted like Lemire. Remember when Lemire was trying to talk about certain things and you didn't realize what was going on until later on in the game that someone casted a spell on him? That's why he couldn't talk about certain things. If you asked him about certain things in the game, he would just start like telling you stories. Like they would be like, Lemire, what's this crystal? And it's just a prime example. This is not a real actual thing in the game. He would be like, well, the other day when I was walking, I noticed the crystal, but then I saw the boat and the story about the boat and how the boat got this. And you'd be sitting like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? And that's when they kind of tell you later on that he's enchanted. That's why he can't tell you about certain things. But if you notice, whenever they talk about Kratos' past in relation to the wife and all that, he don't really be saying nothing, and you really don't know what the hell is going on. So that's why I said it could be a situation like that going on. But we'll find out, because there's definitely something funny about that whole story. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You know, it was nice having a quick little chat with y'all, man. Just remember, hit the like button, please. 45 people currently. Hit the like button, please. Yo, Silver, what's good, man? You said I had to delete that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see y'all later, man. I'll put some kind of video up talking about State of Decay when I get it. Let you guys know what's good. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, weekend, or whatever. And you know, be safe, man, and stay sucker free, man. Peace. State of Decay is not looking spooky.